Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MOSEF SSBU 2021 Crew Battle Championships. I am Chu, and I'm joined today by my Chicago TO counterpart, Rickles.
What's up, everybody? I'm excited to be here. We got a hot 5v5 crew battle coming up very shortly. I can't wait to see what both teams bring to the table and which one will emerge the champs.
And we have a whole month of amazing matches coming up. This is just the middle school finals, but later on in this next week, we also have a bunch of different events coming up regarding the high school tournaments. So we'll be looking at the top four for there too, and then the finals later on this week. But today we're at the last leg of the middle school tournament. And this is a tournament that has all of the different Missouri schools to compete in it. So we had like same schools from St. Louis. I'm not sure if they had any schools from Kansas City, but there's schools from the Lake of the Ozarks. So I'm really glad and really delighted to see all of these high schools, all these schools and different different education systems just going on to cultivating their Smash scene.
Yeah, that's what makes me really excited about this game. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like middle school, high school, or college, or like out of college, dude. But people of like all ages like love to play this game, and the love keeps on growing, especially with all the new characters that keep on coming out. I mean, I'm sure Minecraft Steve is very attracted everybody to the battle, right? honestly, and it's for all ages too. So just seeing like that, the fact that I can go to a tournament and lose to someone that's like 12 years old is absolutely insane to me. I think I definitely have lost to kids who are I'm double their age, and it's kind of crazy and daunting to see how crazy the talent is, and how the moment they're starting to actually go to events, having proper coaching, and then just playing with a group of people too, the skill ceiling is just going to go up and up even more and more. I mean, you're telling me, like, I mean, I got Ethan Foe in my region, and it's just like I'm sweating because it's like, if I win, I beat a 12-year-old. If I lose, I lost to a 12-year-old.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I remember sitting down with like Ethan Phil at one point. I know we're this is the Missouri crew battle, but we're just like talking from previous experience. But like I sat down with this 12-year-old, and I think he was doing money matches against people who didn't know who he was, and they're like, oh, like how long have you been playing Smash? And he's like, I've won thousands of dollars off this game, and you're like, this kid has so much, has increased his maturity and has had so many different experiences at such a young age, and that are just dominating their scenes. And I'm hoping that more Ethan Foes, we have another player named Reyes who started our scene back in Smash 4 when he was 12 years old, and he was on PR within the next year or two. So like the talent's there. It's just kind of putting in the effort to get to that point where you are that monster and that person that can beat these people who are significantly older.
And I can hear the sound effects of the kids entering the ring, so the arena should be set up very shortly. I guess they're getting all their characters and stages situated. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what we have on the table, what characters we get to see. Because this game, over 80 characters in, I think it's like 87 right now. So with the 3 extra DLC fighters, that should put us at like 90. Dude, that's gonna be crazy. Or there's two DLC fighters, my bad. More characters. I think one of them should be like probably revealed around E3 in June, maybe. So,
you said I need to clean my room. CP, did you say I need to clean my room? You can't see my room. What the heck, guys? Yeah. Do we know their full names, or is it just their acronyms? So we got MRH Blue Devils versus the Ozark Tigers. So I'm a St. Louis-based tournament organizer, so I don't know too much about the schools outside of St. Louis. But I assume Ozark Tigers are in the Lake of the Ozarks. MRH Blue Devils. Do we know what school that is? Full name? Maplewood Richmond Heights. Oh, Maplewood. Okay, yeah, that's super close by. I'm sorry, I don't really know 100% by the acronyms themselves. I think that's the hardest part about esports is that different things. There's so many acronyms that I just can't really I need to kind of learn. But that's great to see a Missouri school, a St. Louis school going super far. They're like literally 10 minutes away from 15 minutes away from here. So I'm excited to see these two teams duke it out. And then we got, to start off first, we got Silas T for the MRH Blue Devils, coming out with his signature Ness, which I think, especially in the age of Wi-Fi, is going to be a great starter for this team.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. The stats are right in front of us. So for the most part, they go pretty positive. So that's a really good way to open a crew battle. I've done a lot of crew battles in the past. I think opening the Ness as a character is very well-rounded and pretty much ready to take on a lot of characters because a lot of players like struggle against the character Ness. So if you don't have the answers to it, they can just like snowball you and like run right over you.
And on top of that, the matchup spread is just pretty good. Like I think you lose to certain top tiers, but then you lose those top tiers against the lower tier characters that might be down on the list in a crew battle. So like a Palutena or something like that might only go slightly advantage against a Ness, and even if that Ness is even slightly better, then that disadvantage is not going to be that significant whatsoever.
Taking on here from the Ozark Tigers, got Eric Django F45R. So Django F45, you can see the stats right here: 13 games won, 8 games lost. That's actually maybe they're usually seen as like an anchor because they won more games than they've lost. But taking 39 stocks over the course of this, and going up with Chrom and Hero, two characters that actually, in my opinion, do excellently against Ness. But at the same time, like Ness can still blow up the stocks and has the advantage today. But I think Chrom and Hero definitely have what it takes to beat Ness in a one-on-one.
For sure, I think Chrom has a great matchup for it against Ness. But I'm just extremely curious about who they're gonna pick first. I'm not sure if they did blind picks or anything in the beginning, but both these characters, they're gonna be super explosive. So I'm excited to see how this match goes in the beginning because this is gonna set the entire tone of the crew battle.
Absolutely. So what it is that puts Ness in a bad spot, like characters like Chrom or like Lucina, Palutena, Hero, is a disjointed sword usually in the priority on your moves. And the thing about like both Chrom and Hero is a lot of their normals and aerials like have enough knockback to put Ness in a terrible position and then they can capitalize on it.
On top of that, a lot of Ness's advantage comes from the fact that he's a pretty short character. Character swords, like Chroms or Heroes, they don't care at all. They're just going to hit you with that hitbox, put you off stage, and that's the worst place where Ness doesn't want to be. But getting right into it, we got Ozark Esports on the left, on the red side, MRH on the right side, on the blue side, and they choose Final Destination as their starter stage. I'm actually... Yeah, a lot of the things that I want to see from this Chrom is using this hitbox and abusing Ness as much as possible because of how stubby Ness is.
Looking for an opportunity here, but not going to find an opening. I'm not really liking these neutral airs because that low percent, they only kind of like hit Chrom back a little bit. But here we go, dash attack and forward is what we want to see more of. Chrom with a really good lead so far, Django making mistakes.
Oh, missing that up B, not able to put him off stage. And that's so unfortunate because we see a lot of Nesses do that type of trick to be able to put pressure onto the center stage Chrom, but he was just unfortunate being too far away from the ledge and losing the stock.
Django taking the stock lead and seeing what they can do with it. We need Silas to make a comeback play right now.
And he's doing a pretty good job of juggling over and over again. Oh, great F smash coming in, reading the fact that he was going to go for a dash attack, and now it's a little bit scary because Django's now going to have to find a way to land back on and get to our stage.
Insanely high recovery, going to make it back to the ledge, but going to get hit by another forward smash, and now we got 2 stocks to 2, 14 to 14 here in the crew battle.
Yeah, and right now they're just throwing out as many hitboxes as possible, or smash attacks out. I don't blame them, especially when you're starting out playing the game. A lot of the fact that smash attacks do so much damage and put so much knockback, you don't have to take it. Great up B coming from Silas.
Oh wait, you gotta jump.
And that's gonna be against Chrom. That's the issue with Chrom too. And I'm glad to see Silas abuse that sort of thing against a character that usually beats him on the ground.
Silas making the adaptation here and getting the next stock here really early, with a possible chance at 2 stocks, which would put the Blue Devils in a really amazing position.
Oh man, Django does not seem to be able to get any center stage. Silas keeping control of his projectile.
Back again, that's from off the stage. Oh man, almost trying to get the forward back to end it.
That's a scary, just missing that up B and not hitting the ledge. That's a lot of landing lag. On these
aggressive options coming out from Silas.
That Nair is going to keep him off stage. He has no jump. That's a 2-stock coming from Silas.
Yep. 14 stocks for the Blue Devils and 12 to the Ozark Tigers. This is an amazing lead. Now we're going to have to find a worthy next counter pick to make sure that the damage will keep going.
And here is that PK Thunder starting off. And what I see a lot from Ozark Tigers side is that they, in the beginning, when they start off strong, they kind of go off their game plan once it kind of goes awry. Silas started juggling him a lot more, and the answer just wasn't there. He didn't know how to get back on the stage, get back to the center stage, and he just and especially with a character like Ness on Wi-Fi, it just snowballs so much.
I agree with you there, Chu. That was a really good finish there and a really good lead. So now, as they're contemplating their counter pick here in the 5v5 crew battle, I gotta wonder what they're gonna do to stack up against this Ness, because they already picked a pretty good character against Ness. It's just a couple of good recovery gimps from the Ness, and I don't know, they just didn't have an answer for it.
And I have, so we have Pixelbit coming in for the Ozark Tigers with his Joker. This is actually an amazing pick. I think Joker does great against a character like Ness. But that's if you play the matchup right. I think we were talking a lot before about how these characters have good spreads against a character like Ness, but I also think that at the lower level, Ness is a great, amazing character to kind of noob stomp a lot of these players. So I'm curious to see how much matchup knowledge Pixelbit is going to be bringing to this next game.
Yeah. I think Joker is also an excellent pick in the head-to-head matchup. Let's see what Pixelbit can do. And also the stage still seems pretty good accurate. If I'm fighting Ness, I usually like to avoid the tri-platform stages in Battlefield and Yoshi's Story. But let's go ahead. I was going to run to PS2. Pretty good stage, really big. Ness also is very good on that stage for the platform PK Fire setups, but for the most part, I think we're, I don't know. I think a 2-stock lead is really good to go into this. As long as we can see Ness take 1 stock, that'll be good extra credit going into the crew battle.
For sure. I'm actually really curious about how this Joker is going to be using his time outside of Arsene in particular. If he's able to get a lot of % off, and once he gets Arsene, finish that stock off as soon as possible. And that's going to be crucial in this next game. But we are going to have to wait for Silas to take just this 1 stock. And he can't start off with his neutral start. And right off the bat, I see a lot of grabs coming from Pixelbit, which, especially with how it's such a commitment that it's just so scary.
I get it, Chu. Right off the bat, that's a good one, man. But let's see what we got, man. Lots of 104% off of them. I'm gonna set it 2. I almost said it 2. I mean, he had 2 of them. So, I mean, it's reasonable to be on my mind. But Pixelbit not finding an answer here, not being able to land. Only 10% racked up. It has to go to ledge.
And he had Arsene, but he really didn't get any percentage off of it. And now his main kill move is gone. So now this just seems like Silas can just keep racking off percentage and playing neutral over and over again. Oh my god, I thought that dash attack was going to kill him.
There we go. Just a couple of those Rebels guards and has a chance to get another Arsene. Another one's on the board, so not too far out of it. 178. Back throw from anywhere on the stage is going to do it.
This is exactly what we were talking about before. The snowball from Ness is just so great. And anything, honestly, will just kill. And that's the back throw. Absolutely obliterated off the screen.
Yeah, off of the top at 178, that'll easily do it. Almost a 200% there. Now another stock here for the Blue Devils, increasing their lead further.
Oh, there's the forward throw, which I guess at 88%, you're not going to get too much off of a down throw into a combo. It is really scary, though, knowing that it's so hard to kill Ness without Arsene if you're not able to get those conversions off.
Gonna get a good grab right here. And then they're putting Joker in an off-stage scenario. Here comes the ledge trap, but yeah, he's just keeping it up more and more. Oh my goodness, going for like the opportunity.
Silas showing no fear, just trying to go for that down air, but he is going to lose the stock for it. But in all honesty, he's already done so much damage. I think he can kind of swag off a little bit.
Yeah, every hit here is just extra credit, guys. Again, this is still the opener for the Blue Devils. Wow, oh my goodness.
Up air to up B, see, like he has a lot of knowledge with this Ness, and I honestly love the way that Silas is juggling his opponents over and over again. And that's a one stock scenario now. This is not good. This is not looking good for the for the Ozark for the Blue Devils.
Not at all. It's another grab, though. An opportunity to take 6 stocks, and it's looking like it's going to happen unless Arsene makes some noise. Oh, my goodness. Good dash.
Constantly being put up in the air, unable to land, and this is just... Oh, I thought that Nair was going to hit, but just slightly missing it. Great F smash coming from...
Oh! Almost catching every landing there, putting it into that spot, burning the jump, but able to finally get back to the ground. A back throw for most parts of the stage. I think actually the whole stage should just do it now. Because the back throw itself does a lot of damage.
Silas knows win conditions. Great attempt to back air, but it's just unfortunate that he missed it. Pixelbit just trying to run away, knowing that if he just gets grabbed one single time, he's going to lose his stock. Good dash attack to catch the landing, and it's not looking too bad, but that's a grab.
Wow, 6 whole stocks taken off the board from this one Ness. I'm telling you, Ness opening crew battle, a really good play. And with the opportunity to still take more stocks as the Ozark Tigers are thinking about their 3rd player.
Oh my god. Silas showing his dominance, especially with a character that can not only push his advantage so far, but stay alive for the most part. A lot of these players that are going up against us aren't really edge guarding him at all, or they're pretty much playing the ground game as much as possible. And that's what Silas really wants the entire time. He wants you to play the ground game, use a PK fire or some projectile to push you up, and then just punish you in the air as much as possible.
Yeah, that was a really strong showing so far. It's still not out of it yet with 1 stock to continue the snowball effect. And I mean, we're just going to wait on to see what the counter pick is going to be, because honestly, they just got to do something to stop the damage.
It's crazy to see too, because I want to know how Maplewood got this far with the other characters. Was it just this Nest that was carrying them through this entire game? I'm curious about the rest of their crew too, but at this rate, we won't be able to see any of the other players. But from Ozark Tigers' side, we're gonna get Liking Yoshi Wade, which I think is a great Wi-Fi character. Yeah, the Wi-Fi character especially, because he's able to have a really good differential, having taken 40 stocks and only losing 14.
Yeah, that is quite the ratio right there. This could be it to, like, I guess, stop the damage. And not only that, but I just bring this to, like, a better sense of things. It looks like the other crew started really strongly with their Nest, but right here, if Liking is able to take this stock, they can definitely put themselves in a position to take 3 more afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, if you look at it, just one player, if you're sending like such a strong player first, if you don't have that player and the rest of your crew isn't able to answer a stronger player that's anchoring for the other side, you just might lose that advantage as soon as, like, extremely fast. So I'm going to be seeing if Viking can kind of show up and put Ozark Tigers back into the actual race.
Gonna burn 2 stocks. Small battlefield. I like the stage a lot. And both of them are just getting ready for it, to position for it. 13 stocks to 9. Hopefully we can see 12 to 9. Because Ozark Tigers can't afford to keep losing these stocks.
I'm so interested to see both these floaty characters comboing each other as much as possible. Try to go for this down B with Yoshi. Gonna be not have enough priority to answer against the PK Thunder.
Barely dodging that Yoshi grab and hitting him with a forward smash and baseball bat. It's going to make a lot of damage here on Yoshi. Now, Silas working on his 7th stock.
And it's looking good for him, too. Already with a pretty big advantage. With those down B's going to get a decent amount of percent. Just keep going for it, too.
Oh, forward smash is huge. Putting Ness all the way close to the bubble. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the last stock on Silas.
Such an unfortunate SD. He was off stage, but didn't get the up B in time to be able to re-grab ledge, and this is exactly what Ozark Tigers need to get back into this game.
With a 12 stock to 9, only a 3 stock differential, we absolutely can see this Yoshi take 3 stocks, bring it to like 3 players from each crew, but now we're going to see finally the 2nd player coming out from this crew, and I can't wait to see how it's going to go.
Now, was this the end of the snowballing, or are they going to have another player that is able to actually quickly take Liking stocks and kind of continue this momentum, or is Liking going to be able to stop the bleeding as soon as possible and start their own snowballing on their side?
Yeah, I would actually like to see a hard counter here because they do have four players to choose from to just put down this Yoshi if possible. But here we go. There's a choice right here from the MRH Blue Devils. We're going to see Gabe G with quite a slew of characters right there. We got a bunch of critters, man, like rare characters, and then also Bowser Jr. So Bowser Jr., Banjo, and then King K. Rool. Either of those options will go up against the Yoshi. I'm not actually sure which of these would be the best option, honestly. But honestly, if you have the right mentality and the right options, you can definitely just do it out. And they also got a good stocks ratio right here, 24 to 13.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen any of these matchups. And it's so weird because I feel like Yoshi, in the beginning of Smash Ultimate, was such a common character, but I just feel like he's kind of not really played as much at the high level anymore. So, and especially against characters that are considered lower on the tier list, like Banjo or like K. Rool. So I'm extremely curious about how this matchup is going to go.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see it. This is rough. I really don't know what it would be. I mean, we have Banjo, who's really good at zoning out. K. Rool, who's decent at zoning out, but kind of gets beat up. Like, Yoshi's really good at beating up petty characters, so I don't know if K. Rool's a play. But then again, you know, sometimes you have that KO power, and that's what really matters in crew battles is the KO power. If you can take the stocks here, but they do have a 3-stock lead, so.
It's gonna be Young Link choosing a complete counter pick. I'm a little scared, especially on a Wi-Fi setting. How this Young Link is gonna play. Is he gonna be able to kill this floating character like Yoshi as soon as possible, or is Liking gonna be able to take a stock pretty early against a light character like Young Link?
Good look here. We got Gabe G stepping up, already taking a good amount of damage, but answering back with a boomerang to forward air. That sword is gonna be absolutely brutal against Yoshi.
Honestly, though, I'm really liking Gabe's game plan here, just using his projectiles to keep and zone out Liking as much as possible. It doesn't matter if you're light, but if your opponent can't get in to even get a hit against you, it doesn't even matter at all.
Absolutely, but still, now we have a Gabe G at risk of losing their first stock, and that's exactly what Liking and the Ozark Tigers need right here. Forward smash, he can't afford to take another one of those.
Trying to go for the up smash, missing it, and going for the down smashes, but just barely missing this Young Link right there.
Very fortunate for the Young Link. Oh, the down B almost going to do it. Up there is fishing to catch the land. That's a thing that Young Link has struggled with, is landing.
And just going for kill moves as much as possible. Rolling into that up smash, losing his stock, and this is the start for the momentum shift with Liking's Yoshi.
Yeah, up smash is an amazing KO. We're looking for a read right there, but Yoshi is a little bit heavier than he looks, so he can definitely afford to take a lot of options. It's not unfamiliar that Young Link has his opponents at 200%.
These floating characters, man, on Wi-Fi just showing absolute dominance in this crew battle right here. It started off with the nest within the moment. Ozark Tigers just put in their own floaty. It just showed how much dominance.
Parrying the second hit of forward smash and punishing accordingly with an amazing grab, but gonna just fly off the top with that up smash. Gabe G bringing it 2 stocks to 2.
Yeah, showing some life for the Blue Devils right here. Showing that it doesn't matter if you're one of the better players on Ozark Tigers. I'm still going to answer back as much as possible and make it so that you can't gain back the momentum that Ozark gave us today.
Up right there, gonna get the forward air, and now putting Young Link in a spot where they could lose their stock. Gabe G needs to find some way to get back on stage and do some damage. Oh no!
Some up smash, taking the stock and Liking, trying to keep up the momentum. Now he doesn't have that much percent on him. He could really, if he's able to take the stock without losing his own, it's gonna be a pretty good place for Ozark Tigers.
That's a huge turning point in the crew battle for the Ozark Tigers. If they were able to bring it to 8 to 9. Oh my god, the pressure almost gonna break that shield if he held it.
I love the fact that he used jab 1 and then chose a different option other than that second jab. He was able to really pressure that shield as much as possible. That's gonna be an X smash for Gabe. And rolling behind him and then just going for a forward tilt, just putting him back up into the air. I really don't like these laggy options coming from Gabe, but it's just seemingly so much, so answerable by liking. But these down beats just keep coming out from liking, trying to keep on percent.
Yeah, oh my god, that's gonna be it. Forward smash, and now we got a very close crew battle now, making it super competitive. 8 stocks to 9. Good stuff to liking Ozark Tigers.
This is exactly what Ozark Tigers want, knowing that they have such a great player in their reserve, and what a roll to forward smash that was from liking too, knowing that grab was such a laggy option, and going for the punish and killing them as soon as possible right here. Great play from liking.
Huge stuff right there. And now we got Blue Devils having to pick a counterpick player. Blue Devils now picking their third competitor, and as the next game goes into it, we'll have liking like lose one of their stocks. But 8 stocks to 9, liking can definitely take 2 or 3 more.
For sure. But having that luxury to counterpick with a player with so many different characters, it is kind of scary for liking, because you never know what's going to be coming out here. So I'm excited to see what Maplewood is going to throw out here. Oh, it's actually a Pikachu and Steve player, Alexander M. This is exciting to see. I don't think Pikachu is a great pick on Wi-Fi, especially against a floating character like Yoshi. They are going Pikachu. Oh, okay. So it's going to be hard, especially on Wi-Fi, because you're going to have to try to get as big of a lead as possible and not let one of these smash attacks from liking come out and take your stock as early as super early.
Yeah, Alexander M does have the advantage of having 3 stocks on Liking's 2 stocks, so, and a lot of people don't actually know how to deal with Pikachu, so maybe they'll have that going to their advantage. They only have to take 2 stocks here to ideally hold the lead, but honestly, Liking was such a strong pick. Like, looking at their stock ratio when they were on as a counter pick to begin with, that's why they were able to take 6. They eliminated 2 of the players, so now they brought it to basically even.
I'm not sure if there's an MVP trophy after the end of this tournament, but in all honesty, I would already give it to... I think we already have both the players that would get that MVP trophy on both sides, taking so many stocks. These floating characters are just absolutely insane at keeping such a big lead for these players. And we're going to get right into it with this Pikachu versus Yoshi matchup. We'll be seeing where the momentum sways, because I feel like this might be the set-determining game.
Yeah, that's what makes this game so exciting in my opinion. It's like both of these characters originated in Smash 64 back in 1999, and here we are having them Smash Ultimate. And it's been such a trip seeing this. But now right there off the bat, amazing. Yeah, the jab reset right there, the jab block, it's 43%. What a good start here for Liking.
And that's just showing how much knowledge Liking has with this Yoshi, and I feel like that's just unprecedented within this middle school circuit right here, and that's a great up smash out of shield too. Just racking up as much percent. I feel like Alexander does not have the answer right here yet. But he is going to the platform, just trying to get this percent off with these cylinder builds. I feel like that might be the game plan that he needs.
Oh man, this is so like hit for hit, stock for stock, man, just like that. 8 stocks apiece. Ozark Tigers and Blue Devils are just dead even in the middle of the crew battle. The third of 5 players, 8 stocks to 8, man. You can't cut it any closer. What makes it even closer than this is apparently in the regular season, these crews are 1-1 with one another, so it's like this is dead even.
And it's pretty crazy to see. I guess these players have played each other a decent amount, so maybe these different characters and these playstyles are adaptations for them for a whole season of playing against each other. Great back air coming from Liking, and this is kind of scary for both of these players, knowing that whoever takes this next stock is going to be setting the tone and creating that lead for their crew.
I think there's an absolutely brilliant time to bring out Liking as the third one to stop Silas from extending the lead even further. And now we got the 2 stocks on the middle of both of them. Oh, almost going to land the back here into the KO confirm. It almost going to forward smash the landing with the back air poking. And we have Alexander M with a chance to take the stock to the jab attack. Yep, there it is. Sure enough, it's going to do it.
Saying exactly what he needed, and this is a pretty big showing from Alexander. His job is to pretty much stop the bleeding from Liking. He's doing just that, and his stock isn't going to be lost just yet either.
excited here. Getting the grab right there off of the multi-hit. Really good stuff on the reaction. But an up smash is going to be one stock to one, 7-7. This is the most important part of the crew battle here because it'll put either crew in the lead. But now, Viking taking a lot of damage.
And even this Pikachu doing a great job of just keeping this Yoshi out, which I feel like the moment that they start boxing again, that's when Viking loves to play the game. So I love this change from Alexander to make it so that that Viking has to play his own game.
Right there. Oh, gonna get hit by that back air into the up smash on the platform. Pikachu though playing Viking in a tech situation. Alexander waking up right now, but no, gonna take another up smash.
Such a scrappy fight. Viking not able to get the conversion off that back air.
Oh no, charging up smash. Gonna put Pikachu in a very scary spot, just barely getting out of it. Oh my goodness.
Is able to jump right out of that up smash as soon as possible. And this is scary for Viking because he is at 99%. A forward smash at the ledge will kill.
Catching some down air, no perfect shield right there.
You can kind of see the desperation coming out from Viking. He's throwing out as many smash attacks as possible.
Lots of damage now, very close to just taking the stock to another option.
Oh, great!
Oh wait, is that it?
Oh, Viking clutching it out.
Looks like that Vikings Yoshi eliminating 3 players off of the Blue Devils. Hanging on to another stock with a chance to take more.
And I feel like we saw the pinnacle of that matchup right there, just showing how much percent Pikachu can get from using these projectiles and using his safe aerials to make it so that it's so hard for Yoshi to get in. But then Yoshi pretty much just needs one smash attack to take that stock because of how light Pikachu is.
What is that, at least 7 or 8 stocks taken from Vikings Yoshi? That's absolutely monstrous. That's the absolutely MVP of the crew battle. Just taking a large deficit and then turning it all the way around into the lead. So amazing stuff. Only 2 players left on the opposing crew.
And that's a complete momentum shift. And that was the answer that Maplewood tried to send in for this for Viking here. So I'm curious to see if they have any players in reserve that can deal with a Yoshi, because he's going to start. He was already at such a high percent, so he was so close to losing his stock. We'll be seeing if Isaiah can kind of stop the bleeding and take this one stock.
Yeah, look at this, Isaiah J, Leaf Sword Fighter playing for the MRH Blue Devils, an amazing stocks taken to stock loss, 24-9. Really impressive pick right here. Could be what it takes to maybe even close out the crew battle. We'll see. But we're going to start with Viking's single stock because we got to get Viking out of the way. Otherwise, it's going to look really bad.
I think a character like Meat Fighter at this level 2 is a great character to learn because of how linear his game plan is. I feel like if you're able to master that one game plan, a lot of players in the middle school circuit won't know the answer to it whatsoever. So I'm curious to see what moveset Isaiah is going to be bringing to the table because of how diverse Meat Sword Fighter can be.
Oh, they're opting for a different character, but not, it's still a sword fighter. It's just, a soldier too, first class.
I think this is a great matchup though. Choosing Cloud as a counter pick, this is one of the best matchups that you can pick against Yoshi. This sword is just so oppressive, and I don't think Yoshi has too many answers against it if he's not able to get in and do his boxing.
I agree with you there, too. Yeah, I remember in the last game, Smash this is a very brutal matchup for Yoshi. And Cloud is still very mobile and very fast, so can definitely take away this one stock from Viking, no problem. That's good for you. But that also poses a threat for the future of the crew battle, because now they're locked into Cloud for the rest of the crew.
Yeah, but I feel like Cloud is one of those characters that doesn't have too many bad matchups, so I'm not too worried, especially if Isaiah is pretty confident against a player like Viking. Who has shown dominance in this throughout this entire crew battle. We see Yoshi stories too, which is that tri-flat is so good for Cloud.
Yeah, we saw it right there, like the uppy out of shield, even to the whiff. He's protected by the top platform, and we have a very solid lead here for Isaiah. Opting for the finishing touch, not going to land it, but that hit, that was a wrap.
That smash coming out, just hurting his shield, the Viking shielding in time, able to get him a grab. Oh,
wait,
no!
Oh man, the self-destruct and the emotions in this crew battle. 6 stocks with 6 now. unable to take another stock, but still the MVP. Just sad to see it go out the way. It's funny because like it happened the same way for their crew with with Silas and the Nets just falling and just not able to make the recovery back. So I'm not sure, man. Maybe it's scripted. Maybe they're trying to make it interesting. 6 stock to 6 though.
If this is the championship finals going down to the last stock scenario, that's actually crazy. But great showing from Likey. Unfortunate to be S team right there, but I feel like you did your job. You did as much as you could in that scenario, and the nerves might have just gotten to you for the last stock, but in the end, you gotta trust your teammates to finish it out for you.
Yeah, 2 players from each crew. We're actually going to go ahead and get the Power CC for the Ozark Tigers here, playing Hero and Pyra, 2 amazing characters as well. We got Hero from the Fighters Pass 1, we have Pyra from the second Fighters Pass, and the benefit of also having Pyra is you also have Mithra at your disposal with a lot of mobility, but from what I understand, I believe they're going to start with Hero, which is also an incredible pick against Cloud, because again, a lot of Hero's normals and aerials have a lot of like base knockbacks, but Cloud in a really, really bad spot. Like I talked about that with the Nets matchup. It's also relevant for Cloud because Cloud's recovery isn't the best.
Answering a sword with another sword, so we'll be seeing if this hero is able to take advantage of having that counter pick against Cloud. Because you were talking about before that now Isaiah has to be stuck with this character and can't choose who he's going to be going up against. So I'd say the advantage is slightly in. Is it
Ozark Tigers?
In Ozark Tigers' favor.
Yeah, just waiting for both of these to step into the arena and load up. But 6 stocks apiece, 2 players apiece. But the counter pick advantage is going here. We're going to go to Pokemon Stadium 2 as the next stage.
This is a pretty even stage, I think, in the matchup. Hero can kind of stay on the other sides of the 2 platforms of Pokemon and kind of read what he wants to do next. The pun intended, he's actually reading what he wants to do next when he presses that down B. And I think that randomness, especially in a crew battle setting, is absolutely amazing. You can literally take a whole stock with either a whack or a thwack, or even just increase and buff yourself to make it so that you're just so scary and they have to camp you out during that time.
Yeah, both these going into it. We got Hero versus Cloud. 6 stocks on each crew. This could be a really big turning point for either crew. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium 1 you're going into.
This is Pokemon Stadium 1 is such a throwback, Rickles. Especially for you as coming from Chicago.
Yeah. I definitely favor this one because the platforms allow Ganon to jump on it with 1 jump. So.
Going for a side that super are making it so that Isaiah isn't able to hit through it. That's a lot of percent for Power CC.
Yeah, the specials do a lot of percent for. Oh my goodness, no way.
A crit. First F smash running out from Power CC, and it's a crit. That's exactly what Ozark Tigers need for their momentum, and this is just kind of snowballing right here.
Oh my goodness, dude, it's a critical hit, man. The animation, you can see the stock just fly off the map, and oh my god, with Oomph, also the power up. I think it's the one that like just breaks shield on 1 hit.
Honestly, he didn't even need it.
Oh no, never mind. That's Psycho. Okay. It's like, or it might be both, like it could be a combination of both, but either way, man, this is looking very brutal here for the Blue Devils.
And I think an important thing to look at here is also that MP meter coming out from Power CC. Even though he's been throwing out moves for so long, he still has more than half his PP.
Wait.
Oh no!
Getting a little hungry there with the mobility from Accelerado, and burning both the jumps and mid are forcing them some stuff under the stage. Either way, he takes this.
100%. Isaiah will take that to the bank. Snooze making the aggression to go away. That's not a crit, though.
He wants it so bad.
But F smash to F smash to F smash to F smash. It's just kind of the name of the game here.
Yeah, there's a whack bait into the turnaround F smash. I think down out there. Wow.
Again, the randomness coming from Hero is just showing so much, but that F smash for Isaiah is going to put him off stage, and this is the opportunity for him to get the kill.
Wait. Oh no, got too hungry there.
Up smash was a good option, barely missing. That's going to be a kaboom or a bang, or was that boom?
Kaboom. It's kaboom.
Kaboom. Just taking that stock. It's such a big hitbox. It's so hard, and it sucks you in too.
Yeah, this is so even though. They're going stock for stock now.
Ooh, F smash barely missing Power CC. Going for the zoom, just getting out of that state of disadvantage as soon as possible. Too.
Blade Beam is going to make it mark over 100% here. Snooze me damage. Another crit, 49%. Got the charge on it and everything, and the heal.
That's so crazy. That heal just made it so much harder for Isaiah too. He has to put on so much more just to get the kill if he doesn't have that. Even that F smash, I feel like if he didn't have that heal, he would have been dead there.
I agree. True. Another up smash. Gonna put him in a really bad spot. Trying to catch the tech situation. No jab. It's gonna meet the mark. We have a really good chance for Hero to take a 2-stock.
Focus. Such a risky move right there, but just going for it. And I see Kamikaze too.
Power CC has been rolling the dice today. You're getting 2 crits, and it's like a very fortunate stuff. It's looking so good for Ozark Tigers. Another heal might have saved them.
Yeah, honestly, that heal coming in clutch. And now it's Power CC. Let's see if he's gonna be able to gamble his way to another stock.
I really thought we were gonna see the Hatchet Man for a second.
Up smash is coming out, and that's Isaiah evening it up right here. And now it's pretty. This is exactly what you need. If you can't win the game, at least you made it so that the other person only has to take 1 stock.
There's nothing still in it right now. 87% is not too bad. I mean, of course, maybe they'll get a 3rd crit. I don't know.
Air dodging onto the stage, not going towards the ledge either. This is Isaiah's time to punish him.
So close right now. This is such an important game.
Up smash going through the platform too, making it so that Power CC can't land.
Catch the landing. Oh, the brilliant down air. Up smash catches him behind. This is so close. Oh!
Or just keep on being busted out. Bang! Getting.
No!
What a heartbreaker from Isaiah. Power CC touching it out, but Isaiah going for that super deep down air. Losing that stock, and that's just an unfortunate way to go out because it looked like a pretty decent coming back from this cloud.
Full switch into that down air, man. And just like that, that's going to be a stock advantage here for the Ozark Tigers. 4 stocks to 3, but look at how close it was. Over 100% each, almost a full tank of limit. Honestly, if he jumped and charged limit, I think he could have made it back. Like,
yes, I think he just anticipated to land at the ledge of the stage so that he wouldn't have to be or anything. He fast fell forward. So it was just an unfortunate misinput for him pretty much. But it honestly that's Hero being off stage, that's such a scary situation for him. So I understand where that down air came from. It's just you kind of just overstepped in that aspect.
Yeah. Super close crew battle, putting Hero on the last side. Power CC. Power CC's job right now is to take anything more than 1 stock or higher, just to at least put the anchor of the opposing crew in the bad spot. But let's see what we can do here, man. 4 stocks to 3. After seeing the nets in the beginning of the crew battle, Silas, I did not think it would be this close.
Honestly, especially with liking just even it up for this team. I do want to say that Ozark Tigers do have counterpick now, though. Even if Power CC isn't able to take a stock, they're able to pick the stage in the favor of their anchor too. And
right here. Yeah, we have Trey M being the anchor, the final player for the MRH Blue Devils. Originally main, but opting for Donkey Kong, which I actually like that pick a lot. I think Donkey Kong is an incredible pick for sword characters, so but he definitely has a chance to close it out.
You all know me, I love me some Donkey Kong too. This character is both amazing and bad at the same time, so I'm excited to see which Donkey Kong we're able to see in this next game or so. Donkey Kong able to snowball and just murder everything that comes into his path. But I'm curious to see if this hero is able to box him out with so many projectiles and so many different abilities to actually just kind of armor through Donkey Kong's aerials.
If Donkey Kong is the hero, and only has to pick 1 stock, but the big body of Donkey Kong, man, it's just like someone's gonna get destroyed if you were them.
that's the story of my life. Ever since I've been playing Donkey Kong since Smash 4, and it's been a wild roller coaster of emotions playing this character. Final Destination as the counter pick for this Donkey Kong. Kind of an unorthodox pick for a Donkey Kong player, because you usually like those platforms to either do things like beat on or get aerials off to be able to put them in a bad situation. But if you're able to put them in the air, they're not landing whatsoever.
SB's twice, that's right. He's already hungry for it, bro.
he went for it, trying to get that delta right off the bat.
Here we go, one stock, that's all you need.
But Power CC won't be able to camp as hard on the stage. We know he likes to roll back and throw out these magic moves, but because there is no platform for him to hide on, Trey might be able to steamroll him and get it as close to his face as possible.
Yeah, space out here, already at 42%. I kind of respect it, just like trying to stay away from Donkey Kong, but burning some of their MP as it goes along. Oh no!
Oh, that roll was going to go straight into that F smash, and I honestly, just seeing the way that Trey M is moving right now, that dash attack is able to overextend and get into Power of CC's face.
That's it.
F smash, clutching it out, clapping Power of CC. Trey M even up. Now we're at the last two players in this crew battle.
Anchoring with Donkey Kong is such a brave play, but they're making it work. Such a dominant single stock right there, only taking 17% and gonna reset that to 0. So now it's just a battle of the anchors, a 1v1 after this 5v5 started. It's like these are the only 3 stocks that matter, dude.
The entire state championship relying on one game of Smash Brothers Ultimate. That must be, especially for these middle schoolers, must be a pretty daunting task. So I'm excited to see if these nerves might be coming up onto these players and seeing if that affects their play whatsoever. Honestly, heavies for nerves is better. You're able to have a little bit more leeway, stay alive a little bit longer, and your moves just hurt you so much. You're more inclined to do mistakes. And if you, I'm curious to see who this last player plays on the side of Ozark Tigers.
Yeah, insane stuff we're gonna see here, man. Donkey Kong is such a brave play. But oh, here we are. We have Bubble setting up with Cloud here against Donkey Kong. Oh man, this is such a volatile matchup. I remember it from multiple Smash games. So Cloud versus Donkey Kong for the final battle of the MS Championship here.
Wow, a character that either juggles Donkey Kong to the point of no return, or Donkey Kong just kind of cargo down throws you into the blast zone and you're never able to make it back. So honestly, one of the most interesting matchups that we could probably see in this final match right here. I'm curious to see if Bubble is able to press her advantage as much as possible and kind of keep center stage from this Donkey.
This is nuts. Yeah, no, Battlefield for the final match. Donkey Kong versus Cloud. 3 stocks each. This is the only game that matters at this point.
And like we said before, Ozark Tigers gets the counter pick, and triplats are a great stage against Donkey Kong too. You're able to kind of hide on the platforms if Donkey Kong is trying to go for that grab, or you're just able to hide under the platforms and keep Donkey Kong up in the air, and he's not going to be able to get back on the center stage. So the final match between Ozark Tigers and Maplewood, the winner takes home the state championship. And here we are.
Yeah, that was a good grab to start it off, only going to get 40%, but let's see what we can get here from Bubbles or Cloud.
She's kind of playing out of her mind, getting a lot of percent. This burst damage from these dash attacks and these upbeats are going pretty far, but that side beat just burying Bubbles and stopping that momentum as much as possible.
Shield is low, doing a lot of damage with these grounding hitboxes now. They're bringing the lead back, but this is even about stocks, not percent. We can take the first stock here in this battle of the Eaters.
And Trey loves, Trey loves to roll with that forward smash, but unfortunate SD from Bubbles, kind of getting overzealous with that upbeat.
Yeah, hitting that second hit of the Climb Hazard is going to be in the reverse direction, putting them at their death at 50%. Now has a lot to work with against this rage Donkey Kong.
And it's just doesn't seem like she's able to find that answer against this side beat. Just going to be constantly hit by it. Oh, but great no mash coming out from Bubbles. It actually might have saved her. If she mashed out, she might have been hit pretty hard.
Giant forward smash is going to bring it 2 stocks to 2 and a full tank limit. Let's see if they can burn it to get extra damage here, or just use it to recover right now.
Oh, that forward tilt just saved Bubble right there. you saw that S-Mac animation coming out from Trey, just barely missing it. And you know Trey's hungry for this stuff too. He wants his lead as soon as possible. Oh, and that's where he's gonna get it too.
Charging forward smash has been so much money. I swear, ever since they even came out, Trey's only taking stock with forward smash. Wait,
oh,
that should be it.
No! Yeah. Bubble SDing for the final stock, but that's Trey taking home the state championship for Maplewood right here. Coming in clutch with his Donkey Kong, even though he had a disadvantage with a 4 stock to 3 stock, still able to come out on top.
Yep. Two battle started at 15 stocks to 15 stocks, and now we're just wrapping it up here. Blue Devils taking it 2-0 over the Ozark Tigers in the finals on the anchors.
And I honestly couldn't have asked for a better match right here. Just going down to the last 2 players, both these teams, you know why they're 1-1 this entire season. Finally, Maplewood Blue Devils taking their advantage, but these teams have been going at their throats, so close in this race, and showing that they have still, showing that they are just right at each other's place when it comes to their skill levels.
Yeah, it was super competitive, but yeah, man, what a championship it was. What a way to finish it out.
Honestly, I'm so proud of these middle schoolers too, showing that they have a lot of experience coming out of this too, getting matchup knowledge, learning how to counterpick and kind of what's good for their characters, and I'm excited to see them come to actual events once things kind of open up back up and we have in-person tournaments.
Absolutely, and then they got some excellent practice here, so shout out to you again, the Missouri Scholastic Esports Federation for putting this all together.
Honestly, thank you again. I think that's it for us, though. Congratulations again to Maplewood. That is absolutely crazy. Congrats on taking the first ever MOSIF Middle School Championship. So after this, we have, coming up next week, we have the rest of the other sides of the championships with the high school division. So we got the Final 4 coming out on the 20th, so make sure you come out to that. I'm commentating that again. Not with Rickles, unfortunately, but we do have the Maryville director as well coming on with me. So we got 2 collegiate directors coming in to commentate these high schoolers and seeing where that talent is, seeing who is going to take home and make it to the finals of MOSIF's SSBU Crew Battle Championship. And I'm excited to see who's able to come out on top there.
Absolutely, man. That's going to be huge. So, again, if you want to check that out, High School Final 4, it's Tuesday, April 20th. You want to see them this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks again, Rickles, for being a huge clutch replacement for us. We both had 2 commentators to come here that were supposed to commentate, but we had to find people ASAP. So with some technical difficulties. So Rickles came in clutch, and honestly, you're an amazing commentator. You're an amazing tournament organizer. Go follow him at Rickles TV, or if you have any events you want to go to in the future, definitely give him a message. He hosts some amazing events.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do it, man. I'm a big fan of the St. Louis Smash team, and Chu does some amazing work. So honestly, when in-person events come around, you'd be happy to see this kind of stuff. So thank you guys for doing this and for bringing me on.
Yeah, and I think that's it for us. We'll be signing out. Thanks, guys. See you guys later.
See you.